Hey guys, this is Bob with Rasta Face. We're going to be setting up a new saltwater fish tank, but first I had to get a stand and figure out where to put it. I found the fluval stand is like $300. I found this guy, it was like $170. I got it on discount for $125 from Amazon. This top shelf holds 660 pounds. This bottom shelf holds 150 pounds for a backup tank, and this one holds about 20 pounds just for gear and stuff. And it took me about an hour to set it up. There's a couple different configurations on doing it, but at the end of the day, it's a pretty good stand, and now we're gonna get to unboxing the new fluval tank. All right, so now that we've got the stand, this is the Fluval Flex 32.5 gallon tank. It's an all-in-one saltwater system. Normally it's $500 at your normal pet shop. Amazon wanted like $700. I was actually able to find it from a place called MC Aquatics up in Inglewood, Colorado. They shipped it to me and it was on sale for $350. The only downside is I see like the box has been like banged up a little bit, but there's a pretty good gap in here, and I'm hoping that it didn't get to the aquarium because it's about a 2-inch gap between the outside and the inside. And so with that, this tank has got everything. It's got lights, it's got a pump, it's got the lights, pump, and the filtration system. So it's all in one. The only thing that they recommend you getting is basically the protein skimmer, and this is the one that they recommend. It's called the PS1, and this is for basically up to 45 gallons. And then they also recommend getting the Fluval M150, and this is a heater, and it basically fits all on the back side of this container. But I'll show you more about that when I open it up. All right, awesome. So now we've got the tank set up out of the box. There wasn't any damage to it, which is great. I was a little worried, but there's plenty of space around the packaging. So again, inspected it, everything looks great. In fact, the way it comes with, it has the pump, it has the filtration system, and it has the lights already included. Pretty awesome setup. I've already taken the liberty of starting the filter debagging and putting it back in. So it basically has 2 little chambers inside this, and then one goes on the left side and one goes on the right side. You just gotta take little plastic bags out. There's plenty of videos on how to set up a fluval. So easy. I don't wanna waste a lot of your time. Again, this pump goes straight back into the back here, and then when you leave it back here, you just wanna make sure that it's not touching because you have little rubber feet and you don't want any extra vibration. And I'll take the cord out of there, and then you hook up this little return nozzle right here, and then just plug it in, and then we'll get to this as far as adjusting this later. But it's a pretty awesome little system. And then from there, it's also got the power plugs for the light system as well. And with that said, we'll go ahead and we're gonna kind of take a pause from doing the lights because we don't really need lights until we've got the substrate and the rock set up. And so that's kind of what we're gonna move into next, is setting up the protein skimmer and then setting up the heater, and then we'll get into adding the rock and the sand. All right, so we're back. We went ahead and wiped down the entire tank with a microfiber cloth, got it all polished up, and then I was doing some fittings for a couple of pieces. The first is the M150 heater. So there's 2 little chambers. If you want to come over here with the camera. So right down here, there's a little spot where you can actually slide the heater directly in. Now, reading the directions, you can put the heater all the way in underwater. The minimum line is up noted there. On top, there's also a temperature gauge where you want to turn the temperature to, I think right now it has it set at 75. But you can turn it from, gosh, what does it say? Turn it from, I can't even see what that says. 88 degrees to 66 degrees. And so right now we have it at 75, 76 degrees. And so from there, it slides perfectly in there. Now the other issue is that it does come with a little suction cup. So if you're not using a Fluval 32 Flex that has this storage compartment, they do have these little suction cups. Now that suction cups don't fit because there's actually little grooves in here where this actually slides all the way down inside of there. And so that's the first part, is with the heater. Now the second part of what we did is add the protein skimmer. And so the protein skimmer, again, they have some suction cups for it that you can use, but there also is a little hanger on the back. And this little compartment fits perfectly next to the filter. So you have the pump right here, the 2 filters, and then you have, where you're able to slide the protein skimmer directly inside. And so this is all completed through the factory. It's already set up, ready to rock. Again, you can use suction cups, but this has got the hanger on it. And then from there, you drop it right in there. And then from from there, it goes right up and over the lip, and it holds it in place. And then there's this hose, right? And this hose actually connects to this little nozzle right here. And you slide that up and over, and just plug that right in there into that guy. And then there's the top, and then the top, you adjust the O-ring to whatever skim level. If you want a light skim, low skim, you adjust the ring. And then you plug this little guy into here. And then away we go. So it's in there pretty good. Kind of twisted the pipe a little bit. My kids were laughing at me. And then let's go ahead and slide this over here. And away we go. So that's the protein skimmer. And then the cool thing with this hood that it comes with is that it does have an LED light system that's already built in. But if you notice on the top, I like it because it actually says fluval on there. And then you've got this whole little piece right here that comes off for maintenance. And on top of that, I'm gonna get all these cores worked out. You actually remove this piece permanently. You pop it out when you have a protein skimmer. And so I'll pop that piece out, and then we'll start working on cleaning up the sand. And that's it. You pause it. All right, so we've got the Carib Sea sand, and it's already ready to rock. You don't rinse it or anything. You just, you add it. We only had one bag of it. It's 20 pounds. And so we add this guy in here first. And you gotta, I just ended up cutting the whole bag open. I was gonna leave one corner of it open, but it's so thick. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I've got a plate, and I heard that once you're putting the water in, to actually pour the water onto a plate so it doesn't kick up the substrate everywhere. But for this tank, they say that you're supposed to have, well, some people say a 1/2 inch to 2 inches. I was talking to the guys at the pet store, and they really said it's your own preference. Typically, they would recommend just doing like a 1-inch base across the entire bottom. Obviously, with this substrate, it's going to help with the bacteria. It's going to help get the tank up and running faster. And so I decided to do sand. I know some guys want to do like the glass bottoms, but oh look, be careful of this. There's a little package in here. Good thing I noticed that. Yeah, a biomagnet clarifier. That looks important. So we'll work with that. But yeah, I'll continue finding this out, and then we're gonna go rinse the other bag of sand we have. And that's it. All right, so we got the first bag in. I tried leveling it as much as I could. This is the second bag that I got. I already pre-cut it open. So the thing is, the first bag is Bahamas Oolite, and this one is a Fiji Pink. So it's gonna have a little combo. And so the cool thing again, you don't have to rinse or anything. You just drop it in there, and let's go. I'll start from this side. I'll drop it all the way across. Fiji Pink.
Not that different.
And that is a lot of sand. So total, it's 40 pounds of sand. Did you get that? All right, cool. And then we'll flatten it out. So now we've got both the Fiji and we've got the Bahamas sand. We've got it leveled out. Now I'm gonna start playing with, I've got some rocks I'm gonna mess with. This is the Carib Sea Life Rock. And I've got 3 of these guys. Actually, I've got a 4th one. Gonna see what I can fit in here, and I'm just gonna take my time to kind of space it out. I wanna get kind of an area where I can get some good flow. I don't want it on the wall. I wanna kind of try to keep it in the center. And so that's what I'm gonna play with right now, just to take my time, just kind of figure out what I wanna do with this. All right, cool. So we've got 6 jugs. Each jug is 5 gallons each. I got them pre-done. I didn't want to jack with it, just like with the sand. I got the sand that's just ready to just drop in there. So we got, it looks about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. And then we got our 3 rocks. I kind of spaced them out. I did a little tunnel on this side, a little arch on this side, and then just a straight up rock on that side. So I like it for now. We'll see if it sticks. Like I said, I've got another rock. May add to it, may change it. But so far, this is what I think we should do. And then now I'm just gonna start dropping in. It's a 32 gallon tank, 32.5. And so I ended up getting 30 gallons. I'm assuming that's gonna be enough because with the substrate and with the rock, but we'll see if I need more or less. So I'm gonna start dumping it away. Buddy. This is exactly what I didn't want to do. To put the soap thread.
Yeah. Oh well. Looks good.
You want to get on the plate? Yeah. That's all of it? Yeah, I got out by myself.
Okay. All right, cool. So again, Bob, Rasta Face. We've got the 32.5 gallon flex. I was able to hook up the stand tonight, put the tank down, wipe the tank down, put both the filters together, dropped in the filter or the pump, dropped in the pump skimmer, dropped in the heater, got the return valves hooked up, put in the already alive sand. It's 40 pounds total, and I put in the 3 rocks, and then ended up putting in. I ended up getting 30 gallons of water. I only ended up putting 25, and it's pretty full. And so I guess I got an extra 5 gallons of water. Basically, to give you an idea of nutshell of what this cost, it was $125 for the table, $350 for the tank. The rocks, 3 rocks, I believe, was right around 120 bucks. And then for the skimmer, this was 60 bucks. The heater was 20 bucks. And what else? The sand, I got the sand on sale. Each bag was $22, like some change. So basically, out the door, I probably spent 750 bucks, but that also included the water jugs. The 3 biggest purchases was the tank, obviously at the 350, the stand at 125, and then the jugs. The jugs were $13 each, and then $5 for the water because they're 5 gallon jugs. So it's like basically almost 90 bucks for the water. So those were the 3 big expenses, and then the rocks. The rocks were 120. Everything else was pretty small. I do have a master kit that's in the mail. Did that through Amazon. It was on sale for 35 bucks instead of 60. I also ended up getting the wave maker by Fluval that comes in tomorrow, and I'll make another video about that. But yeah, right now we've got 25 gallons of water in there. It's already going. We've got everything's on. You can hear it's really quiet. You actually can't hear it, which is great. You can see the skimmer's already doing its job, skimming the bubbles off the top. And yeah, very, very quiet purrs. I love this thing. This is dope. The other cool thing I love about it is it has like this little honeycomb across the top to hide the water line. And then the whole back of the tank too has got the honeycomb. So you don't need like paint it or do any kind of, some guys do like window tint on the back of their tanks. This is already hooked up. So now I'm just gonna let it sit for 24 hours to see where we're at, and then I'll do a test on the water, see where we're at water-wise. And that's really it. Now we just wait and we hydrate. And yeah, I'll let the water clear out. And thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be making another video. And yeah, here I'm gonna take this from my trusty film guy. This is my son Stratton, AKA Wolfie. And yeah, there's Kando. Say hi, Kando. Yeah, and then the 5 jugs of water in the KFC in the messy place. Oh yes, little no-no. Yep. Why we ended up starting this whole project, because we took hermit crabs back from the beach. But yeah, so there's the fluval flex, and yeah, excited. We're also going to wait to put the light hood on, because, well, I'll put the hood on, I just won't turn the lights on, just because I was told that if you put the lights on, it's going to just delay the process of getting the bacteria and everything up and running. So I'm going to put the hood on and let it just do its thing. So cheers. Bye.